polar bears on average succeed only once in 20 hunts.
The patient bear's rock is now submerged, but he still has a chance.
Get ready to witness some of the wildest showdowns in the animal kingdom.
The wolves need a bison to break rank, but the tables are turning.
From epic chases to intense battles, these animals are proving that sometimes it's all about survival of the fittest. Number 1. Polar bears seal stealth. We see a polar bear struggling to find food, and it's a tough situation. She's pretty skinny, and her chances aren't great. Most of her hunts don't pay off, but she's clever and sneaks around in a wide circle to get close to a seal without being spotted. In a surprising move, she manages to catch the seal underwater. It's not a huge meal, but enough to keep her going for about a week. Number 2. Polar bears date disaster. We've got a male polar bear feeling on top of the world. He spots a female and thinks he's about to score big. He saunters over, convinced he's the king of the Arctic. The female seems interested and leads him to a higher spot, everything going his way. But just as things are about to get steamy, another male bear shows up. Suddenly, our guy has to put his romantic plans on hold and fight the intruder. After a brutal battle, he wins, but is left battered and bruised. He limps back to the female, but now she's lost interest. After fending off more challenges, he finally gives up. Number 3. Bear vs. husky dog. These two huskies are going all out against this bear, even though they're outmatched. It's wild. Just look at how the bear tosses one of them like it's nothing, sending it flying. Number 4. Patience versus plunge. We've got two polar bears going after beluga whales, but with different tactics. One bear plays it cool, chilling on a rock, waiting for the right moment. The other dives straight in, trying to catch a beluga, but those whales are too quick. The patient bear knows that waiting for the tide is critical. Even as his rock gets submerged, he stays focused, using his experience, while the other bear splashes around, learning patience the hard way. Ultimately, the patient bear scores, while the other leaves with a lesson learned. Number 5. Killer whale outsmarts seal. The killer whales are on the move, scanning the ice for seals. Once they spot one, they quickly regroup and get to work.
But if they are to catch a seal resting on such a large piece of ice, the hunters need to change their tactics.
They create an underwater wave that breaks the ice into smaller pieces to catch the seal resting on a chunk of ice. The seal clings to a tiny bit of ice, thinking it's safe. That's when the matriarch whale steps in with a new plan. The pod pushes the seal's ice raft into open water, and then the matriarch blows bubbles, confusing the seal. With the seal worn out, the whales move and finish the job, showcasing their clever teamwork. Number 6. Herd heroics. This is a pack of 25 wolves, and they've got their sights set on a herd of bison. These two have been enemies for ages, and their clashes are well known. The bison know they're in danger, with the wolves closing in on their herd. As the wolves get closer, they move, targeting the smaller bison first. But the bison aren't about to go down without a fight. They quickly form a defensive circle to protect their young. The bigger bison steps up, scaring the wolves away. Now, the herd charges at the wolves, forcing them to retreat. It's wild how the tables turn so quickly, but this poor young bison is left behind and attacked by the wolves. Number 7. Elephant's epic rhino rumble. An elephant and a rhino face off like they're in a wrestling match, staring each other down. The elephant starts moving in, and the rhino quickly realizes this might not be a good idea. The rhino tries to charge, but the elephant's too big to care. The elephant keeps coming, and the rhino starts backing off, thinking better of it. Then, the elephant knocks the rhino off its feet. The totally outmatched rhino scrambles to get up, but the elephant isn't letting up. Ultimately, the rhino decides to run off and avoid more trouble. Number 8. Lion vs. hyenas. A young male lion named Red ventures out independently, testing his boundaries. But his solo adventure turns dangerous when he stumbles into a hyena clan. Outnumbered more than 20-1, Red finds himself in a tough spot. He fights back fiercely, but the relentless hyenas quickly wear him down, attacking from all sides. When it seems like Red is overwhelmed, his lion buddy hears the commotion and rushes in to help. With 2 lions now facing them, the hyenas quickly back off, realizing they've taken on more than they can handle. Number 9. Cheetah vs. Croc. A crocodile is relaxing on the sand, completely unaware that a cheetah is sneaking up from behind. The cheetah gets closer and, without warning, pounces on the croc. The attack is quick and decisive, and the cheetah preys on the crocodile. Number 10. Colobus monkeys daring escape. A group of chimps is out hunting Colobus monkeys. The Colobus might be smaller, but they're smart. They lure the chimps higher into the trees, where their lighter bodies can balance on branches that would break under the chimp's weight. One Colobus even teases the chimps by dangling his tail just out of reach, buying time for his friends to escape. It's like a jungle chase scene. Down below, a female chimp watches, cheering for her crew. Frodo, a daring chimp, makes bold moves, but the monkeys are quick. Eventually, one slips and a young chimp catches it, but the top chimp takes charge, ensuring everyone gets fed. Number 11. Bear's bold move. A big male bear caught fish like a pro by the water. Nearby, a hungry female bear watches, eyeing his catch, but too cautious to approach. She tries to catch her fish, but isn't having much luck. So she gets brave and goes for the fish the male already caught. He's annoyed, but doesn't react right away. Feeling bolder, the female doesn't back down, even when he growls. She surprises him by striking back and standing her ground. Ultimately, the male bear decides it's not worth the fight and walks away, leaving her with the fish. Number 12. Badger's snake. Smackdown. A fearless honey badger is face to face with a snake, and things are intense. The snake strikes Grit right in the eye, but doesn't back down. Most animals would run, but not Grit. He fights back, even as the snake keeps hitting his face. At one point, the snake ends up with its head in Grit's mouth, and despite its efforts to escape, Grit keeps dragging it back. The snake tries to strike again, but Grit is relentless. Eventually, Grit bites off the snake's head, ending the fight once and for all. Number 13. Hippo outspeeds Cheetah. A hippo chasing down a cheetah, and somehow, this massive hippo is keeping up with the cheetah's speed. In the end, the hippo catches up and wins the fight. It's crazy to see a cheetah get outpaced like that. Number 14. Croc versus Bison buffet. So, about 300 Herculeans are living in the area, and a bunch of bison show up to drink water. But as they get closer, they notice some crocodiles creeping up. These crocs are smart and know exactly what they're doing. One croc grabs a bison out of nowhere, and the struggle continues. Then, another croc grabs a bison, and it's like a chain reaction. Total massacre. All the other animals, like calves and zebras, freak out and take off. Meanwhile, a baboon is chilling, watching the whole thing go down like it's the best show in town. Number 15. Bison's epic lion beatdown. A lone bison is separated from its herd, making it a prime target for 2 lions on the hunt. Sensing danger, the bison tries to run, but quickly finds itself in an intense battle. The bison is strong and could take down 1 lion, but against 2, the odds aren't in its favor. Instead of fleeing, the bison fights back fiercely. The lions land some serious bites and seem to have the upper hand, but when it looks over, the bison finds the strength to fight back, hitting the lions hard. Exhausted, the lions realize they've met their match and retreat, leaving the injured bison victorious. Number 16. Bug brawl. A wild biter, a fierce bee, isn't just buzzing around. It's on a mission. It catches a grasshopper and starts eating it alive. Nearby, a mantis watches, eyeing the bee as it tears into the grasshopper. Despite its injuries, the grasshopper breaks free and tries to escape. The mantis steps in, possibly to avenge the grasshopper. The mantis moves, but the bee isn't backing down quickly. They start fighting, and it soon becomes clear that the mantis has the upper hand. Realizing it's outmatched, the bee retreats, deciding it's not worth the fight. With that, the wild biter refocuses on the grasshopper. Number 17. Neck and neck. These two giraffes are going at it. They're using their long necks like battering rams, swinging them at each other in a showdown for dominance. It's a severe neck battle, each trying to prove who's the boss. Number 18. Cub's last sip. A young cheetah is peacefully drinking water at the pond's edge, unaware of the danger hiding below the surface. Out of nowhere, a crocodile strikes, grabbing the cheetah and dragging it into the water. The struggle is fierce, but the crocodile's grip is too strong. Despite the cheetah's efforts, the cub is pulled under and doesn't make it. The mother cheetah stands at the water's edge, staring into the depths where her cub disappeared, realizing he's gone. It's a harsh reminder of how brutal nature can be. Number 19. Face off with Cobra. A little squirrel decides she's had enough of teamwork and goes after a cobra alone. She fluffs her tail to look tough and even tries biting the snake's tail, but soon she realizes she's way out of her league and gets scared by a blade of grass. When things are about to go south, a yellow mongoose shows up, ready to take on the cobra. The mongoose and cobra face a tense standoff, knowing one wrong move could be fatal. The cobra strikes, but the mongoose, being clever and partially immune to venom, decides it's better to walk away, letting the cobra slither off. Both survive to fight another day. Number 20. Ninja Chimps Jungle Chaos. This group of chimps is on a mission, slipping out of their zone and creeping through the jungle like stealthy ninjas. Everything's cool until they hear a strange chimp noise, freezing them in their tracks. Tension's high, but they keep pushing forward. Meanwhile, their rivals are completely oblivious, just chilling and enjoying their day. The chimps get close, and suddenly, all hell breaks loose. They go from silent stalkers to a loud, wild force, shaking trees and screaming like it's a battle cry.
To intimidate their opponents, the aggressors scream and drum on buttress roots.
They almost catch a rival female, but she escapes. However, a young chimp isn't so lucky. Number 21. Lion pokes tiger. A lion provokes a tiger, which leads to an intense fight. Two female lions are nearby, watching the fight but not jumping in, because the tiger is really mad, and it's clear things could get dangerous fast. Everyone else keeps their distance, knowing this is one fight they don't want to get involved in. Number 22. Leopard's terrifying tree timeout. Two leopards are going at it over territory, getting increasingly riled up with each passing second. But their heated fight doesn't go unnoticed. A nearby pride of lions catches on and starts closing in. Realizing they're in serious trouble, one leopard quickly escapes, but the other isn't so lucky. He's stuck up in a tree, staying dead silent because he knows one wrong move could cost him his life. It's a harsh reminder of how brutal life in the jungle can be, where even a small mistake can lead to big consequences. Number 23. Pond Showdown. This jaguar heads toward a pond, spotting a caiman lurking nearby. The jaguar stealthily gets above the caiman, and as the caiman tries to shake the jaguar off with a roll, the jaguar holds on tight. They wrestle for a bit, but the jaguar comes out on top, proving who's the real boss. Number 24. Feathery Fright. Two geese casually stroll into a gorilla enclosure like they own the joint. Instead of flexing his muscles, the gorilla spots them, freaks out, and makes a run for it. Maybe he's just super hyped about some unexpected visitors, or maybe geese are way scarier than we thought. Either way, watching this giant gorilla lose his cool over a couple of bold geese is hilarious. Who knew these birds had the power to make a gorilla back down? Number 25. Shark drama. Our tagged hammerhead is on the move, cruising the seafloor like a mission. It's set its sights on a stingray, who's trying to stay hidden under the sand. But there's no fooling this hammerhead. The stingray realizes it's been busted and makes a break for it. But the hammerhead is all over it, using that iconic hammer-shaped head to pin the stingray down like a pro wrestler. The stingray puts up a fight, but the hammerhead isn't backing off. When it looks like the hammerhead's got dinner sorted, a big bull shark catches the scent of blood and decides to crash the party. Number 26. Flying fish fiasco. You've got these small fish freaking out, trying to dodge a bigger fish that's chasing them down. The big guy is on the prowl, but the little fish aren't giving up without a fight. Some of them have this crazy ability. They launch themselves out of the water, almost flying to escape. It's wild to see, so they're called flying fish.
The big male tries to intimidate her with his much larger size.
But here's the kicker. They're still unsafe even when they escape the big fish. Above the water, there are frigate birds just waiting to snatch them up. So basically, these poor fish are stuck between a rock and a hard place. No matter what they do, danger's always lurking. Number 27. Lion cub versus oryx. A lone lion cub spots what it thinks is an easy target, an oryx. Young and inexperienced, the cub tries to be sneaky, slowly creeping up on the oryx. But the oryx isn't just any prey, it's sharp and alert, picking up on the cub's every move. The cub stays as quiet as possible, trying to get closer. When the cub finally confronts the oryx, it's clear that things aren't going as planned. The oryx stands its ground and fights back, showing no fear. Realizing it's out of its league, the cub gets scared and starts to back off. It learns a hard lesson that day. Hunting isn't as easy as it looks. Number 28. Solo showdown. A baby hippo peacefully drinks the water while its mother watches nearby. Spotting an opportunity, a group of lions charges at the baby, thinking it's an easy target. But the mother hippo isn't backing down. She faces off against the lions alone. The lions try to overwhelm her with bites, but she fights back fiercely. Despite the odds, the mother hippo breaks free before the lions can do any severe damage. It's a close call, but she proves she's not an easy target, protecting her baby and escaping the danger. Number 29. Bear brawl over tree turf. We can see two black bears going head-to-head with a tree between them. They're both on their hind legs, swatting at each other, clearly unhappy about sharing the same spot. This is all about territory. Each bear wants to be in charge. Number 30. Clash of ocean titans. Orca's blow is so powerful that it can shatter a shark's bones, but isn't going down without a fight. One hit from the orca can break through even the toughest defenses, but the shark will bite back, showing it won't go down easily. It's a clash of power and survival instincts, where one blow can be devastating, but the struggle is far from over. Number 31. A calculated hunt. Here, we see a lion targeting a bull, but this bull isn't going down without a fight. With a large herd nearby, the lion knows it could easily be outnumbered, so it singles out one bull and quickly takes it down. Soon, the rest of the lions join in, working together to overpower the bull. Number 32. Taking down an ostrich. Here we see some cheetahs spotting an ostrich, a big meal, but they know it's a tough one to catch. The ostrich notices the cheetahs watching, but doesn't initially seem too worried. Then, the cheetahs move, with three of them sprinting towards it. The ostrich runs fast, but the female ostrich slows down on purpose trying to distract the cheetahs. The cheetahs take the bait and switch their focus to the female. One of the cheetahs catches up and grabs her, bringing her down. The male ostrich realizes too late that the female is in trouble and can't save her. The cheetah's plan works, and they secure their meal. Number 33. Dolphin defense. We've got a dolphin going head-to-head with a shark. Typically, we think sharks are the big bad guys, but dolphins can take them on. Here, you can see the dolphin straight up, fighting off the shark. If you watch closely, you'll notice how the dolphins work together to keep the shark at bay. It's wild to see how these friendly creatures can actually handle themselves against something as fierce as a shark. Number 34. Wild dog tease. We see 12 wild dogs facing off against a lone tiger. The dogs know they're outnumbered, so they play a clever distraction game instead of attacking. They tease and taunt the tiger, keeping him on the move and protecting each other by staying out of reach. The tiger paces around, aware that he can't strike back quickly as the dogs continue their playful but cautious tactics. Number 35. Hornet deathmatch. These killer hornets are locked in a brutal battle against each other. It's a fight for survival, and there's no backing down. Each hornet picks an opponent, usually of similar size, and they go at it fiercely. They aim to disable their rival altogether, often taking off their heads in the process. It's that intense. These hornets are incredibly deadly, and once they've taken out their competition, they move in to claim their prize. Number 36. Quick reflexes. We see a leopard eyeing something intently. If you look closely, you'll spot a rabbit. The two are locked in a tense stare-down, fully aware of each other's presence. You might think the rabbit is an easy catch for the leopard, but as the leopard makes its move, the rabbit bolts. It jumps and flies through the air, escaping before the leopard can get close. The rabbit's quick reflexes save the day, proving it's not as easy a target as it seems. Number 37. Leopard's descent. A leopard is sitting on a tree, focusing on its next meal. A baby monkey who is scared and alone. The little monkey looks around, desperately trying to find its mom or a way to escape. But before it can do anything, the leopard decides to strike. It pounces, and in the process, both the leopard and the baby monkey fall from the tree. The leopard quickly gets back on its feet, and sadly, the baby monkey isn't as lucky. The leopard catches the monkey and finishes the hunt, making the baby monkey its meal. Number 38. Mother saves child. A cheetah spots a herd of gemsbok and zeroes in on a calf, launching into the hunt. The cheetah catches the calf, but in the background, the calf's mother is rushing in to save her baby. Risking everything, she watches the cheetah closely and then attacks, fending off the predator and rescuing her child, carrying it away to safety. Number 39. Bear brawl. In this video, two black bears are viciously fighting, brutally attacking each other. Nearby, a cheetah and a lion watch the intense battle unfold, but neither dares to get involved. They know how dangerous those bears can be and wisely keep their distance from the brutal showdown. Number 40. Bear vs. Tiger. A bear is minding his own business, searching for food, when two tiger cubs wander over. At first, the bear doesn't notice them, but when he does, he tries to scare them off by standing tall. Then, the cubs' parents arrive, and suddenly, the bear faces two angry tigers. Instead of running, the bear heads into the water with the tigers in pursuit. He tries to scare them off, but knows he's outnumbered. The cubs, who started all this, just watch from the sidelines. The bear fights back, landing a few hits, but the struggle continues as he tries to escape. Number 41. Lion King's chase. A cheetah is just chilling in the jungle when a lion spots him. The lion, being his boss, charges right at the cheetah. The cheetah realizes what's up and takes off, using his speed to escape. But this lion isn't messing around. He's the king for a reason. Despite the cheetah's best efforts, the lion catches up and takes him down, showing who's in charge. Number 42, Elephant's Wrath. Two elephants approach a rhino and its baby, with one calmly moving closer. The rhino, feeling protective, tries to scare off the elephant, but things quickly escalate. The elephant, refusing to back down, tramples both the rhino and its baby. The baby rhino tumbles, and the angry elephant begins striking the adult rhino and chasing it off. The rhino and its baby try to escape, running as fast as they can, but the elephant isn't ready to let them go. He chases them for a while before finally giving up. The lesson is clear: don't mess with an elephant. Number 43, Bear's Prize. In this clip, a bear spots a pig and her babies and quickly gives chase. The bear catches one of the piglets since it's smaller and slower. After catching it, the bear even seems to show off its prize to the camera, almost proud of its catch. Number 44, Zebra's Struggle. Here, a cheetah spots a lone zebra and decides to go in for the hunt. The zebra tries to escape, but the cheetah is too fast, quickly catching it and clamping down on its neck. The zebra cries out, struggling to break free, but can't escape the cheetah's grip. As the zebra's fate is sealed, look closely. You'll notice a crocodile lurking nearby, ready to take advantage and grab any leftovers it can. That's it for this wild ride, folks. If you enjoyed watching these epic animal battles, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more crazy nature moments. See you in the next one.